as I have heard, I'm going to see some real facts, like things from the people who were living there, like suitcases and more things. And I would like to know more stories about what was happening there.
It now will be the second time I will visit it. It's one of the most horrible places that there are in the world. It's also a monument to remind us that we have to learn from the mistakes in the past.
Nazis and the Soviets, they had kind of agreement that in case of the aggression, Poland will be divided into two parts. Is to establish a new concentration camp. There were other camps in the Third Reich before the war started, but they were looking for a good place to establish a new one. All the camps were just already overcrowded. So they found this place. Of course, was the biggest, the largest Nazi camp in occupied Europe. The Nazis, they brought here about 1.5 million people, and they killed at least 1 million.
In the Second World War, always sharing stories about, and I remember the stories about he actually was seeing how the people from Romania was taken away.
That picture over there was taken after the selection by the Nazis this time. And in this picture you can see all the things that those people were taking with them. They were told they're going to work for the Third Reich, so they took things that they needed. You can see bags, suitcases, kitchen stuff, everything. And after the selection, the Nazis, they took them to the warehouses. So in block number 5, in the next one group, in a minute, you'll see things like shoes, toys, brushes, suitcases, kitchen stuff, even the prosthetics. So the fake hands, the fake legs. Things that people had and they were using every day before they came here, of course. And they were just ordinary people.
I have seen it before, but yet again it hits me in the face.
I didn't expect something like that. It's really difficult to see and to imagine.
The second room, they were told that this is the bathroom, that again in the shower. They could see the showers when they were there, but the showers were fake. The second room, it was gas chamber. Gas chamber number 2. One of the biggest, about 210 square meters, the surface, up to 2,000 people were there. So maybe 1 square meter is like 3 feet by 3 feet. It was like 7 or 8 people squeezed together. It was like that in the gas chamber.
I expected the worst. Not like this. I mean, we usually see photos, we see things, but I mean, when walking through the streets when 55 years ago were like 200,000 Jews that were sent to death is definitely not a pleasant thing. So, no, it's really...
Yeah, no, it's hard to say, but what was the most terrible?
Everything.
It hits you so hard because you know you're walking there and you know where you're walking that so many years ago people were dying, we were tortured, they were gassed and burned. That's why you have that in your mind.
To imagine what happened here, because when you let this thing happen, my mind can't go as far as believing it happened, and it happened like 70 years ago.
Like, believe me, it's not the easiest thing to do, and I think it's important to be here for all the people. Hopefully it was a good lesson, kind of experience that you will never forget. So I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for the time. It's important to be here. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you very much. This is the end of our tour.